Hello and welcome. Anyone that might be here. We're doing a little bit of a special stream today. Let me just go ahead and move some stuff around here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and move this up a little bit. Yeah, I like it there. Yes, so we're doing something very interesting, very different today. We are doing some video editing. I've been trying to get better at video editing in general and learning like After Effects, animations, and those sorts of things inside Davinci Resolve because I don't have money to pay for After Effects. So yeah, what we're going to be doing today is we are actually going to be learning along with some YouTube tutorials and trying to get better, I suppose. So the way it's going to work is I'm just going to be watching a video, downloading assets and plugging it into my timeline, and yeah, just trying to replicate some of these effects so that hopefully I can learn some really good skills and do it all myself. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I've got two main videos that I want to be doing, and then after that we'll see if I want to keep going at all. So this one is from JRTV.
All right, so we're going to be diving in.
Really interesting channel. I watched a bunch of his stuff. I think one of my favorite tutorials is like showing how to create like a really cool animated 3D map little animation thing. It's pretty cool.
To making a player card. Now these are typically used when we want to showcase a particular player and we want that player to be the subject. How I set this up is I found two pieces of media that I was able to use. One is the actual play that was happening and then a highlight of that play showcasing that particular player. So that's kind of what we're doing here. So let me just quickly show you and you'll get a better idea. And all of this was made in you could make all of this in the free version of Davinci Resolve. So let's just jump right in. So we'll get back up here. I'll actually just dim that. So there's the play.
No, it looks kind of simple, but this looks like it's going to be really complex.
The actual play that was happening. So the whole thing that we're going to be making is just this little transition here that's showcasing it. So what we could do is we could actually take all the stuff that I've made so far in this particular tutorial, and we could easily swap out the different elements that are for that particular player or that particular team and turn it into a macro, which then we could easily showcase. Last week, I made a video kind of talking about the basics of how to do fusion and the team are making this kind of stuff. It's automatically pre-rotoed out on the NFL's website. So I just grabbed that from there. And then all we're doing is just repositioning this so that it's in the 1920 1080 because that's what this project is. So we have the random size that we get off the website, and then we just make it bigger and then bring it over to the side. This is the...
Okay. Slow down. Let's try and... Wait, does he actually go into detail of how we... Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay, this is a little bit advanced. But let's start off by importing our media. So I've got a bunch of media that I need. Whoop, pop that in there. And immediately I have problems. Why media offline? Okay, we've encountered our first hurdle. This is supposed to be a logo. Let's try something else. Cleveland Browns logo. See if is this okay quality? Yeah, that's the old one. Yeah, we can just grab this one. Save as. We'll call it profiles. Brown's logo 2 because I already have one. Oh no, it saved it as a WebP. Dot. Let's do PNG. Okay, we have the logo here. See if we can import that into Davinci. Please don't be media offline. It is nice. Dope. Okay, now I don't know exactly how to do this. NFL logo. Perhaps Canva has something for me. Hmm. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, we're just gonna take this random picture of a helmet and we'll call this NFL logo. And we'll go ahead and download that as a PNG, transparent background, download. Cool. Now that we have that, NFL logo.png, let's go back into Davinci. Fingers crossed that this still works. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to get a player picture. Football. NFL player photo. I mean, any of these should be okay. We just need someone like of someone's face that we can remove the background with. This could work. Yeah, let's try. Okay, no. Yeah, let's try this one. Clearly some high school kids picture photo. Make it a little bit smaller. Make this purple so I can actually see the background. Make it a little bit smaller like this. Put it here. This white. Let me go to edit image, background remover, and hope that the AI does everything for us. And if need be, we can go in with the brush tool ourselves and fix it up. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, apply. And then we download this. This will be NFL player picture. Download that as a PNG as well. All right, now that we have that, let's throw that in. See how that looks. Okay, you know what? It's far from perfect, but we can work with that. All right, so the way he has it, let's create a fusion composition. And we will call this NFL player wipe. Let's see, it's 5 seconds long, but I think we can make it longer afterwards. Not really an issue. And then we'll throw this onto the timeline and then open this in Fusion. With this, we will, so let's see. In the video, he starts off with the player picture.
Wipe that we had, so
yeah,
we're just
okay. So he's got the player picture as a media in, and he merges that into a blank node in order to resize the canvas, which I've never done before. So we've got our media out, and let's take our NFL player. So this is our media in. We can put it in the left viewer, and we can see it right there. And then we want to grab a merge node, like this, and then we want a blank. See, what do we even call that? Is it a background? I think if you hit F2, you can rename it blank. Let's see, merge one. And I think if we hit Control T, we switch the outputs for that. Let me just double check that I have that same as him. Background going to yellow, which I believe is the background, and then green. Shit's complicated. Yellow, green, yes. And then we put the alpha all the way down in this one just to make sure. What's next? Teach me, YouTube man.
Grabbing this particular image, and we have the alpha in the background. We're using the alpha on a solid color, so this is
okay, hold on, go back a little bit there.
NFL's website, so I just grabbed that from there. And then all we're doing is just repositioning this so that it's in the 1920 1080, because that's what this project is. So we have the random size that we get off the website, and then we just make it bigger and then bring it over to the side.
Am I doing this correctly? Yes. Oh, wait, hold on. I did a small oopsie, I think. I didn't properly hit transparent background when I downloaded, so this is actually a white background. That makes more sense. Let's try this one again. That makes more sense why that didn't look the way it was supposed to look. Transparent background. Alright, throw that into my folder. Throw that into my media bin. Ah, there we go. Delete that. Put in the proper one. And I think I just need to switch the inputs like that. And bada bing, bada boom. We have a start. Alright, what's next? Then we have
this is the wipe that we had, so we're just grabbing this particular image, and we have the alpha in the background. We're using the alpha on a solid color, so this is just a solid color. We're bringing that alpha in so that we have that as the outline, and then we're bringing that alpha in.
Okay. What?
We're using the alpha on a solid color, so this is just a solid color. We're bringing that alpha in.
Ah, okay. I think I understand. So we need a new background node. Okay, I think I understand. Add another background node. And we make this yellow, I believe. And he drags the alpha. So if I put that like that. So the blue is the alpha node, alpha output, effect mask. He drags it there.
Using the alpha, grabbing this particular image, and we have the alpha in the background. We're using the alpha on a solid. color. So this is just a solid color. We're bringing that alpha in so that we have that as the outline. And
okay, so this needs to be like that. Oh, Pog, magic. Yes. Hey, what's up, B? What's up, Grant? Oh my goodness. I'm actually it seems stupid that I just like celebrated for that, but I'm beyond excited that that just worked. Oh my goodness.
And then on the other side over here, we just have that wipe that happens. So it just has a path and then the wipe that goes across, right?
Okay, this guy's he's going so fast and he's not actually explaining everything that he's doing. So I have no idea how good this is going to actually look in the end. So we need, let me look at his structure again real quick. We need another merge. Okay, let's add another merge node. This goes here. This goes here, I think. Oh, I added another background. Merge node. This goes like this. This goes like this. Is that correct? This needs to swap inputs, I think. And then this goes here. Okay, we're sort of getting there. See, what does merge 2 look like? Okay, it looks the same, so at least we know it's working.
Alpha in so that we have that as the outline, and then on the other side over here, we just have that wipe that happens.
Okay. Me pretending to understand. Alright, we need to increase this. So it goes like, nyom. It needs to be, let's see, it ends here. We need to make it a little bit wider. Very cool. See, what is the timing like on his animation?
So it just has a path and then the wipe that goes across, right?
Okay. So at 40 frames. Good lord. This is so confusing. It's like actually a little overwhelming. So we need to set it up so that what? At 0 it's here. And then can we keyframe it, or do we have to keyframe the merge node? No, we can keyframe it here. Boom. And then let's say at 45, super arbitrary number, comes across this way, right? Let's see how that looks. Zoops. Okay, and then let's go to our spline editor real quick. Make this a little bit like this. And we'll make it nice and smooth, so it's like, instead of like, it'll go. Do something a little bit like that. And we might just add a little bit of motion blur to it as well. See, how does this look? We just need to let it render the cache. Whoop. Ooh, that looks kind of clean. Whoop. Damn, okay. I think if I just want to change one thing, I'll make this frame further left. That has a little bit more travel time. Very, very cool. Let's check our spline. Zoop. Hey, that's clean as hell. Okay, dope. Back to the video.
I want to quickly tell you about my website, jaredtv.com,
Oh,
where I have a
just
ton of
paid
different
advert.
courses as well as pre-made assets that you can use.
Yeah, you know
in your
what?
next
We are
video.
using his YouTube
If you
video. We
need
might
some
as well
help
give
and
him
you
the
need
free
like a
promo.
one-on-one session, I also offer those as well. There's more information on the website and link in the description. Come down
JRTV.com.
over here, we can see that we're starting to bring in the letters. Now, this timing is going to be completely up to you in how you approach bringing in those letters. But as far as the letters go, there was something to get the letters to come in like that, and then they start out wide and then they slowly chase each other in. And to do that, we're going to be using a modifier, but you're just going to right click in here and you're going to go into the follower modifier. From there, we'll be able to have a modifier, and this is the modifier that we'll have, which is the follower modifier. I'll just close this for now. Follower modifier, how this works is as we have a delay.
Okay, before he starts explaining, let's set up the structure. So we need 2 more merges and 2 text nodes. So can we group this? Group. That's not what I wanted to do. Ah, there we go. Let's rename this, and this will be player image. Okay, so there's our player image, and this connects through this thing. I hate the way that it's set up. Good lord, it looks so unstructured. Oh, what we need now, new merge tool, and 2 merges, 2 texts. So this is going to go like this. Let's see, another merge tool. This is going to go like this. Text here, and then another text one on here. Nope, didn't need you. All right.
Between each character, so a 1 frame delay. And then all I did is I went into the shading. So this is going to be the actual color of the letters. And I changed the offset. I should move myself over. I changed the offset here to have the path, right? So that's going to be the path from one location to the other. And then that's why this path modifier came in. But we shouldn't have to worry about the path modifier if you're just making this. And you're not going to be making it into a dynamic form. So you would just be able to make the keyframes. And then the same thing over here for this particular set of text. As you can see, it's coming in with just the outline. And then where do I put myself? I don't know. Let's put myself back over here. And then over the course of time, we can see that we have random letters then coming in, right? So
that's
how
cool.
that works is it's still using the same thing, which is the modifier. I changed the delay just a little bit, down a bit. And then in the shading, we have 2 different elements. So over in tools, if we go into shading, we have 2 different elements that we can add in. I just added 2. So I have the main, and then for the second element, I have the outline and just this white. Don't be so concerned when it says red.
Okay. I think I sort of understand what's going on here. So let's say we are at soup. Okay, that's how that works. Text 1 is going to be the player's name. It's obviously going to be Jimothy Wimbles. Obviously. Let's make this black for now. Let's choose a nice font. Font that screams football. Sports ball. Something that's like really blocky. Kind of like that one. Mulgan Gothic. Now this is content. Using fonts. Actually, yeah. This one works. We will keep it bold. Bold italic looks nice. Make it a bit bigger. And if I understand correctly, we're going to be getting it to like slide in like that. So let's try, because it's yellow and it wipes at 40 frames. It's like full wipe. Okay, 35, it's a full wipe. And then we can do at 45 frames. We can have it come in like doof, Jimothy Pimbles. So let's start it off over here. We make a keyframe when I can find it. Layout, keyframe. And let's say, so we're doing 60 FPS, so we want it in a quarter of a second. What was that, 15 frames? So between 45 and 60, we want it to be from there to here. Yeah, that seems okay to me. And then let's just change the shading a little bit so that it doesn't look so bad. And give it like a white outline. Actually, yeah, that looks fine. Make it thick as hell. Yeah, how's that looking now? Not correct is how that's looking. My sir, at 45 you are supposed to be here. Layout. 60. You must be here. Correct? Why is this not moving? Do I have dumb? Hello? Oh, I am dumb. I was keyframing the wrong thing. So let's try that again. Yeah. Boom. 60. Yeah. Whee! So fun. Okay, so that's the first text. And oh, I understand why he copied the text, because it's gonna copy all the keyframes. So now we need to take this to our spline editor. We want just text one, show all, select them both, hit S for smooth. A little bit of an S spline, anyone? Alright, let's see how that looks now. We go whoop, whoop. Oh, Pog! It's so cool when it comes together, man. Zoop, zoop. Awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I think what he was saying is you delete this text and copy it, paste it, add it to this merge. So now it's technically adding 2. So what we can do is, if this comes in at 45, right? This one also says Jimothy Pimbles. It's the exact same text, but we change it from 45, we change it to 40. And we change the layout to see. Let's remove this keyframe. And at 40, it goes here. Yeah. Okay, so now we've got like this dragging effect. Let's see how it looks if we go here and we need to change the type of lettering it is, can we do outline? What outline? No. How do you do this? Outside only? Okay, no, wait, no. Aha, there we go. Oh, it does not look great. In fact, one may venture a guess and say it looks terrible. Ugh. Also got a different animation path, which is weird. So text 1 and text 1 underscore 1. Let me just this one. If I go like this, and then I go like this, we'll worry about how it looks afterwards. I just need to fix the animation so that they are on the same sort of path. It looks kind of interesting now. Still looks bad. All right, let's try and see what he explains in the tutorial.
Outline, that's just a name if you want to name them. When I come over into modifiers, now I can add that modification onto those particular shading elements. So the big thing that I added in was the opacity change, right? So it's if I come into here and we take a look at this, we can see that for the two particular elements, so I have the element 1 and element 2, there's as you can see, there's an animation on both of those, and all it's doing is it's bringing up in opacity, then coming down and then bouncing back up, so it has like that little flicker effect going on there. And so yeah, that's both of those pieces of text that we have in, and remember, this is all after the reveal of the actual player coming in.
Right.
And then,
okay. Okay. Let's switch up the strategy then. Okay, so it's gonna say Jimothy Pimbles, right? Shit rolls in. Boom, Jimothy Pimbles. And we want it to say like quarterback or something. So let's delete this painfully. Add a new text node. Come back here. Boom. And then we say, actually, you know what? It'll be too busy. Let's just have it say Jimothy over here. Make it bigger. Let's change the... I don't want it to keyframe it, but whatever. Let's go over here. Yeah, about there. Copy this because it'll be easier. Go back here. Paste it. There we go. Now it just moves there. Jimothy. And then we want essentially the exact same thing to happen here, but it just says Mumbles. What is this? Segu UI. We want that to be We can put that at like semi-bold italic. Make it bigger. This is gonna be here. Also make it black. Also change the shading. Same color. Thickness. But the difference is this is just going to come in a little bit later. This all looks a little bit scuffed, but you know, we're making it work. So let's see, layout. And if it's gonna be like, boom, Jimothy, and then from now we want it to also start coming in. So let's see, frame 55. We put it over here. And in bomb, we put it over here. Jimothy Pimbles. Let's give that one an S as well. Make it nice and smooth. Big ramp up. Let's see how it looks. Give it a second to cache. Zoom. Jimothy Pimbles. I do kind of like it. I do kind of like it a lot. It's nowhere near as nice as the one in the tutorial, but I do quite like it.
Coming down a little bit further, we also have some text up here. Let's how do I show this? So we have.
Let me see if I can play with the opacity effect he was talking about. The Pimbles we're gonna make like flash, like blep 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 blep. Text. How do you even find the opacity? Oh, I see. Let's go to layer 1. Okay. Let's. Where's the reveal? Whoop. It's 70. So let's just make it every 5 frames. It does like a flicker. So over here, we do this. Then we go forward by 5. Change the opacity to, yeah, that. Go forward by 5. Back to full. Go forward by 5. Go down again. Forward by 5. Back to full. Looks a little silly. Maybe we just turn off and we just make it like a different color, maybe? Mayhaps? Ah, my eyes! What if we just make this yellow? Also not fantastic. I think the outline is quite important. But let's make the outline black instead of yellow. It'll be the inverse of the main title. That might look better. Looks a little silly. But you know what? Screw it. We're learning.
This text, right? So the running back and his player number is 25. I then wanted to put arrows in there, so I used a star. And so these stars here, this is all going to be shape modifiers. So the shape modifiers, how they work is they're all vectored elements. So typically with most nodes, we're passing pixels from one, we're passing like an image of pixels from one node to the other. And with them all being vectors, they don't have pixels yet. It's just low points, right? And so what we would have to do here is we first have the star, change the points down to 3 because we want to turn into an arrow. And then I just put a duplicate modifier on there. And I'm only doing 1, but you could put tons in here. And this is where the vectors surpass just using like image data, because if we were to do 100 of the vectors, there isn't 100 images being recreated and put into memory. This is just some arrows, and then once that's done, then it goes into the renderer, which will then push out actual image, which is the pixels, and then that gets passed. So that
this is so
I
much
also
work.
added on the opacity change there. And so if I scoop myself over so I can see down here, we also have that like come on, right? So we have all of these elements kind of coming on at the same time to give it more of a dynamic feel. You don't want just one element and the other and then the other. And you're also working with a very short amount of time. So having the elements come on at like staggered a little bit kind of really adds in like a dynamic feel, which I typically try to go for.
Okay. I understand. So it's going to say, boom, Jimmy the Pumbles. And then we'll have something that says like quarterback. And then like QB number 25 or whatever. So let's go add another merge node. This goes here. Put this in our second viewer. And then to that we will need more text. And this will say QB. We'll keep it open sans. Get a bit bigger. We'll put it over here on this side of his helmet. QB 44. Mm-hmm. Make it black. We will make it same. Actually, let's make it yellow. Hey, same yellow as this. Yeah, like that. And we'll want this to come on, so let's see if it goes boom boom Jimmy the Pumbles. Let's do right at 70. Do we want like also a slide in, or do we want like a stomp? Let's also do a slide in. Layout. Here. We want keyframe this, and we'll say, yeah, like 10 frames. Super quick. Oop. Super quick. Open the spline editor. And we want just text 3. Select it all. This. Alright, let's see how she looks. Soup soup. It's quite fast. We only have 5 seconds to work with here, so I think it's okay.
This portion was kind of like an afterthought, but it worked out really well. So I wanted to have something that represented football. So I found this image online. I just grabbed it, and then initially, let's just move this down. This is how I initially had it. I then had it go into a background, which just colored it, right? So I just colored it. The main thing that I had to make sure of here is that you have the same size in pixels. So you come over to image and you set it here. Auto resolution is typically turned on, so you're going to uncheck that, and then you can set your resolution. And then what I did is I just circled, let's come back over to here, and I'll zoom in a little bit. And all I'm doing is I made a mask around one of the circles, and I made a mask around the line, and then I just animated those, right? So if we were to look at those, we can see that it's just animating
it's
over
really
time,
impressive.
and then the circle
That's
is also,
so extra.
I don't know where it's keyframes. Here we are. The
And
circle
the problem is
also,
this it's like
animating
such a
on.
nice little
So that
effect,
came
but
in,
not
and that
many
looked
people will
fine,
notice it
but
or pay
just didn't
attention to
have
that.
like a dynamic, like a drawing look. And so I wanted it to look like I actually drew it on there for every frame. So to give it more motion and feel, I then put in a displace with a fast noise. And so putting the displace with a fast noise, we can see if we take a look at the image here, we can see when we play it, it wiggles around a little bit based off of this data that's moving. And so to get this to move, all we're going to do is come into here, and we're just going to change the rate up a little bit, which changes how fast it moves. And then having the displace on here, we can see it is moving around. And then all you would have to do in the displace is you just change the strength a little bit if you want it to be to get affected a lot or a little. And I just wanted it to be subtle and not too much. This particular element here is actually a two-part, and it's just bringing on the actual logo here. And I first started off with it coming in as just outlines like that, and then it then reveals itself. Where is it?
How the hell did you do that?
It then reveals itself like this. So all I'm doing is just bringing in the actual logo, and we're just using a rectangle to wipe it, right?
Okay. Well, this can be no hobo dropping it like a Nasdaq. Two white girls like this coke got my ass cracked. We want to add this boy. And he's using an edge detect. Edge detect. Add. I think we want it the other way around, no? So it's
just a normal wipe, just like that. And then I want it to have the outline. So all I did is I got a detect edge node, and I grabbed that and then piped that into the background.
Okay, let's try and replicate this. So we need merge, media in. Okay, rectangle. Okay. So let's add, looks something like this. Let's add another merge node to this. This is going into here. So we're gonna put something like this. We need a rectangle to wipe diagonally. So we're gonna make this a little bit bigger. We're going to rotate it so that it comes in like that. Let's see, when do we want that? Geometry. Oh no, wait, hold on. We need to put merge. No. Oh, my poor little computer is thinking so hard right now. Wipe, name, Geometry Pimples, QB44. Let's see at like, yeah, 85, we'll say. At 85, we want this to wipe in, which we cannot even see anymore. But we go here, and let's say also 15 frames, quarter of a second. Actually, let's make it a little bit longer. So let's make it, wait, that's 5, 10, 15, yes, add an extra 5 in there. And then it will be like this. But I need it to not be there. I need it to be in a completely different place. So this actually needs to change. Yeah, there we go. We change the size. So from 85, we actually have this going. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Maybe we want it here. No, up here is fine. We go to 105 frames. And we move it. Yeah. Yeah. And then we have the edge detect going into, see, we take the alpha output into the edge detect, right? We put this here. I think that's how you do it. Oh no, it's not the alpha output. It's going into this one. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, that looks so cool. And then he's got edge detect going into a background, so it changes the color. So let's add a background node. Goes in like this. And we will change the color of the background to red. How does that look? Not great. But that is, I suppose, how it's supposed to look. Maybe we change it to like a yellow, just because, you know, we love yellow. Big fan of yellow. And then what does he do?
And when you typically would pipe anything into a default background, by default, if we come over into, let me add it on. When we bring something in, by default, the channel that it's going to cut is going to be, and we're going to see we have the wrong here. Let me just grab this. By default, it's going to be the
thanks for the
alpha channel.
The night ground.
And
Cheers,
so
man.
if we were to
Hope you sleep
look
well.
at the alpha channel, let's set this up. We're just going to get this, right? Because obviously in here there's color, but we don't want that. What we would want is we want it to be just all of these like little lines. And so to do that, all we would have to do is flip this to luminance, and that's pretty much.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, so we are what? Background, settings, alpha, luminance. All right, show me what that. Oh, that looks sick. And then this goes into this merge. And we want this to be in the exact same position. Okay, hold on, let's take this one. And we can actually just copy, paste, enter. And we take the Y value, we copy it, paste, enter. Then we take the size value, copy, paste, boom. Oh, dude, that looks so sick. And what we need to do is have it like... Now we just change the keyframes of this merge. Of this background. Which one would it be? Of the merge. Let's see. I think that's how he does it.
What I did here, I flipped it to luminance, and I also changed the filtering. I turned it way down, right? Because the edges aren't as defined. So I turned that down. And then all I have here are two nodes that are looking at the same mask that are just inverted in their selection, I believe. Yeah. So this one's just a normal mask, and then this one's the inverted mask. So then they work. When I move it, you're not going to see one, but you'll see the other. And then that's how I get the effect of wherever this mask is, of it, you know, wiping on, and we're losing one, but we're gaining the other.
All right. Sure. Yes. Okay. Let's try that. Mask. And we're taking like this and like this. Settings. Where did he even change that?
And that are just inverted in their selection, I believe.
Okay, so that merge.
Yeah.
Okay. So this merge, you go to settings. And this one is inverted. And then this mask is not inverted. I still don't fully understand how that changes the outcome.
So this one's just a normal mask, and then this one's the inverted mask. So then they work. When I move it, you're not going to see one, but you'll see the other. And then that's how I get the effect of...
Oh, okay. Okay. So now with this rectangle, is he saying, oh, oh, that's cool. Okay, okay. I understand. That's sick. So now we just have this going like... We make it go like... Right? I mean, am I just having the most fun ever or what? I don't know if anyone else finds this entertaining, but that's so sick. I move it like that. And then I do the exact same thing with this. Where is my keyframe? There. And we'll move it forward. So if this was 20 frames, right? Boom. We'll make this 15. And it will go like this. Right? Now let's see if we can just change those keyframes up a little bit. To the spline detector. So for both, which rectangle 2 and rectangle 3. So these two, we just want to get them all in line here. Hit S. All right, let's see how that looks. Looks pretty cool. Not going to lie. Jimothy Pumbles. Zoop zoop. Nice. It's all like super fast.
Wherever this mask is, of it, you know, wiping on, and we're losing one, but we're gaining the other. And so that's how that particular portion came in. And then next we're going to, so far we have all of this. Next we have to now deal with the background itself. So the background on this particular element was last. We have the logo, and I wasn't sure how to bring the logo in. It starts off obviously with no logo, and then the logo then comes on. And it took me a little while to figure out how I wanted it to come on, and then that's where I had this particular element come in. So it's the same sort of process here with the edge detect, being able to get the logo. The reason why I have two different logos here is because I found them with two different resolutions. We can see the size of that resolution versus the size of this resolution. And there was also something a little bit different. We can see that this one has an outer edge, which we could have made in Fusion, but I found them, and I just brought them in and then figured out what to do with them. But this one has an outer edge where this one doesn't have that outer edge. So this one has more lines here because it's an edge detect, where this one doesn't have as many lines. So it's a little cleaner. So I thought that would be good for the background. And then with it being high resolution, it's a little bit better for this particular situation as well. So we're just bringing that in the same way. And then down here, it's the same exact thing. So then all we're having is when this screen is on, we're then revealing this one in the background.
Holy shit.
Because this is taking up the whole screen, this particular element here, wherever it is. It's taking up the whole screen, so then that's when we're applying that background. So we don't see it here, and then we now see it over here, and they all line up and look really nice. So I thought that was like the perfect way to showcase that particular element. For over here, what we did is I wanted to have the background not be flat. So if we take a look in here, we have the background, it looks super flat, and I didn't like that. So I wanted to add on a little bit of color, but if I don't have this particular node here, he obviously gets super dark. So what I ended up doing is, because up here, way up here, we had his image, right? We had his image, and so then I had an alpha, right? So I had a clean alpha. So then all we do down here in this wireless node, we're just saying, okay, I want this node to represent this particular node that's written in here. And then we're just using
you know what? You know what? This is all a bit much. Okay, this is getting a bit much. Because holy shit. Is it not even working? Hello? Oh wait, I haven't connected it to my media out yet. Oopsie. Mr. Pimples plays with the pirates. Dude, this is so freaking complicated. Okay, so let's take our little composition, right? And the ideal idea is to Disky Pirates. We take like this clip of a football tackle. So let's do like this one, right? And it's like, whoa, look at him, he's crazy, he's a monster, holy shit, he's pogged out of his brain right now, touchdown. And then it cuts here. Alright, so we delete this. We put this in. We do like a fade in of 1 second. Like, wow, crazy pog. Boom, boom, Jimmy Thwimbles. Eesh, it needs the cache. Now let's remove the fade. And let's put in like a... Yeah, let's put in a slide. Slide transition. right there. Oh, V, I hope you won your game. I'm gonna end stream in like 10 minutes, maybe even less, and then maybe we can play a game if you're down. I mean, this obviously looks like garbage because I don't have the proper assets, but it's proof of concept. Boom, boom. Touchdown. Very pog. Slide animation. Jimmy Pumples. QB 44. Team logo. And without adding in all of this crazy ass background shit.
Cut out.
Oh my goodness, I'm not ready for that.
Element, and I put a little bit of a, like, it's almost like a reverse, or it is a vignette in here, so that when we do this color, it only colors around the outside. He isn't affected because of he was a part of this mask when we built that in. And so yeah, that's pretty much the whole setup that I had. The only other thing that I would recommend doing is when you are working with a particular project like this, try to get something like this where you can see the actual colors. I found this online, and so it made it really easy.
Okay. That is that's more than enough of that for now, I think. My brain's kind of cooked already. So thanks for hanging out, anyone who's still here. I don't know if I'll be live again this week, maybe next week or this weekend, depending on what I'm doing. But yeah, until then,